Hitman in the top left, the pride of North America, playing the Orcish race in the orange. Against Mikhail in the bottom right. The legend formerly known as Lucifer from South Korea. Strongest undead in the country. And one of the strongest undeads in Asia and in the world. When I spawned into the map, my camera just was over here. And I was like, what the hell? Why does this look so weird? Never seen this weird corner of Terranostan before. But I think it partly has to do with the fact that we are on WC3 Champions maps. And here we are zoomed out a little bit. Here in the corner you can even see the black edge of the map. Anyways, that's not terribly relevant. What are the strategies. And as we were sort of expecting, we have a Crypt Lord opening for Mikhail with an expansion, and Hitman. He's playing his trusted, his favorite, his chosen one. The Blade Master. Thank you, Nkalian, with a sub. Much appreciated. So if I remember right, the creep route that Hitman usually goes for is level 2, creeping this right away, and then running over with a TP or something like that. Has to wait a little bit for the shop to finish. Oh, but no. He adjusts his creep route, no longer going for the Merc right away. Wants to be more aggressive here. Mikhail taking a detour, not going for the gold mine right away, but rather for the kobolds. That seems to be a perfect counter build to what Hitman is doing, because Hitman can't even steal anything good here. The big creep is already dead. He only gets the little kobolds. Oh, he gets 2 of them. Not bad. But it's the claws and most of the experience for the Beetle Boy. Attack has started. Double burrow coming up. Mikhail with all these summons should easily be able to creep this camp, but of course doesn't want to give up too much experience. Wait a minute, is he attacking? No, right? 6 beetles, 2 skeletons. Making good use of all these corpses. Mikhail waits for nighttime. And begins the camp. I've seen Hitman pressure the Crypt Lord a lot on maps like these. Does that a little bit here as well. Grunt attacks the Ziggurat. And the Blade chases after the Crypt Lord. Wants to get more last hits. Mikhail playing around it pretty well though. Oh, but he gets that one as well. Now he needs only 1 beetle for the level 2. Hitman, you madman. Acolyte would also be enough. Acolyte would also delay the expansion by a lot. Last goes to the Crypt Lord, but he's still not level 2. He still doesn't have Impale, dude. That's level 2. And the Blade Master gets out. Damn, what a Blade Harass. That was sick. That was basically perfect. I think the Grunt could have had a little bit more damage uptime. But other than that, that was just perfect. Holy crap. Two dust charges used, by the way. None left at the moment, but there is Cristobal. Tier 2 finished, Shadow coming. Normally the way Hitman plays this is get up the Shadow Hunter quickly, be aggressive across the map, always stick around, never let the Crypt Lord get level 3. Tech tier 3 fast, get the tiny Great Hall, and then get a Shredder for lumber. And until then, basically only get 3 grunts and 2 walkers. So rush tier 3 super quick and counter expand at some point. Oh, the grunts over at the expansion. Hitman was considering trying to go for the cancel, but seems he thinks he doesn't have the time. Impact comes through. That is one grunt going down. Oh, no way. He gets out, does he? He does get out. Oh, man. That was so close. Little mistake by Mikhail. He could have done that a little bit better. He could have closed that surround a little bit easier. Torrent Totem finishes. Those first walkers, crucially important to start production quickly. As you can see, the Cryptolord is still extremely far away from level 3. And now that the Shadow Hunter is here, Hitman has a lot of pick-off potential. He doesn't yet have map control. He is not yet clearly stronger. But he has good pick-off potential. Once he has 2 walkers, that's when Hitman gets map control. And picking off acolytes like this. Oh, nice hex. Prevents the experience for the Cryptolord. Experience so important. And he got the item as well. Wand of Illusion, which can be very helpful. Hitman is playing a sick game here so far. If he's bold, he can even try to go for the Merc camp right now. Those Mercs, at least the Berserker, would be quite strong for Hitman. The Shadow Priest is honestly pretty weak, as there's so many summoned anyways. Getting off 2 dispels, not that big of a deal. More experience for Hitman. He's stuck in an awkward position now though, and the Berserker was stolen. Shadowhunter's getting surrounded. First little mistake by Hitman. Needs to come in with a Spirit Link right away. Spirit Link a little bit late. Tries to pop out the Shadow, but that one is dead. First really big play here by Mikhail. But he didn't get the experience for the Shadow. As you can see, still hardly anything because the Cryptolord was hexed. Still okay for Hitman. Was only level 1 Shadow. He's going to be back very quickly. Late Master levels up to 3. If he now has the read that Mikhail is over here, that would be sick. Lots of money invested by Mikhail into Mercs and such. And Shredder. And there we go, Hitman going for his own Shredder. He's not gonna creep the camp, that's a little too ballsy right now for his taste. But he's gonna creep the natural. And almost has the money for the Tiny Great Hall. He's gonna buy the Tiny now, and after that he's gonna go for the TC. This is what we've been seeing plenty of times by Hitman before. And it's not that, you know, this playstyle... How do I put this? It's not that just because we've seen it Hitman do so many times before, it's so easy to pull off. No, no, no. It's very hard to pull off. In fact, this harass at the early was crazy well done by Hitman. You don't even always have to be that effective. It's more about the discipline of always being on the enemy side of the map, always keeping pressure on the Cryptolord, never giving him anything for free. But now the Cryptolord did finally get level 3. And he's got insane items. Rope, Claws, Mana Stone. And the Shadowhunter dying earlier, it wasn't too expensive to revive him, but it did slow down his level. He's still not level 3 himself, although he should get it pretty soon here. We do have Disenchant now. 2 walkers into Adept training. And then with the Shredder here, we're gonna have... Oh, the Peon transfer. That's the first macro mistake here by Hitman. Forgetting about the Peon transfer to the expansion. Shadowhunter reaches level 3 perfectly in time, though. Oh, Hitman. That's a big mistake. This is a lot of time. He could have been mining already. This must be at least 600 gold. Now he realizes it. Okay. It might still be okay. Mikhail doesn't have that much gold yet to go instantly into his massive army. Ooh, but look at this. Cool run by. Tier 3, soon to be finished. And there's no defense at the expansion right now for Hitman. These ghouls are going to catch him by surprise. Blade Master has to go over here. Again, it's about reaction time. And now, this right here would be ripe for a creep jack. Ooh, sick item for Hitman. Scourge Bone Chimes, very nice. TC comes in, tries to punish these ghouls.
Player's forces are under attack.
That's also time where the TC is not creeping. And very importantly, the DK and the Cryptlord are able to creep. Mikhail needs both these heroes on level 4/2 to be able to take a decent fight late game. And he's using the ghouls somewhat sacrificially to be able to creep up like this. Very good play by him. Survivability items for the DK, extremely important. If the DK is not played as a first hero against Orc, he is always very squishy. So items like these help a lot. There's not too many camps left on the map. I would love to see TC solo creeping here. Hitman was under a little bit of pressure here at the expansion. But he's been able to deal with that pressure fairly well. It was more his own macro mistake, forgetting about it for a while. TC level 2 with the Aura and Blade Master level 4 for the level 2 crit. Hitman hitting the big level up timings. Going into double Bestiary. Ready to go into Kodos and Wyvern. And maybe Raiders, although Raiders probably not what you want in this ultra late game. Beetles, providing a bit more experience. Shop was cancelled. But as we can see, we take a look at the resources. It's dead even. Resources and supply, I mean. And hero level wise, Hitman has a clear lead. He's gonna get 4-4-2 heroes before the first battle. It's not quite perfect. Perfect would be 4-4-3. But this is pretty damn good regardless. TC got a big heal potion. Got lots of bonus health. And Hitman is fully slotted on triple hero. He's got auras, he's got stats, he's got invulns. He's missing a heal scroll or two. But other than that, it's looking really good. Hitman crept the map super fast. Now it seems like it's time for a fight. Is he gonna double check the corner? He sure is.
A player's forces are under
Hitman
attack.
doesn't have a TP. That's the one item he doesn't have. So an attack towards his expansion could be painful. And right now Hitman has no idea where the opponent is. Shadow gets the level 4. And now Hitman knows. He's going to need to come back to his expansion. We have the slightest of supply leads from Mikhail. Only one statue on the field. First Impale hitting and doing good damage. Run's getting taken out quickly. The stomp in the back is marvelous. Going for the Cryptlord right away, and he might just be dead! Yup, the level 1 coil not good enough to heal him up. There was no invul potion on Mikhail. Hitman sees the weakness on the heroes. That's the thing with this strategy. If you lose map control because you fast expand, you're going to be lower level, and then your heroes are always going to be weaker. Hitman realizes this very smartly. He knows that fight went clearly in his favor, and now he could just go for another tiny if he wants. There we go, boom. Torrens, Walkers, Wyvern, Kodo with upgrade. This is basically the perfect tier 3 Orc army against which Undead normally needs Banshees. Berserker, not that good anymore. And Destroyer is also kind of questionable. Although, when there's so little piercing damage, I guess, does kind of still serve a decent purpose. Alright, Mikhail needs to have a big fight right here. Needs to force Hitman back. He needs to kill the Orc expansion. Otherwise, he has lost this game. but the damage against the heroes is just crazy. Hex, Focus, 225 crit. Blade Master's just running wild. Heal Wave coming in over and over with the Scourge Bone Chimes. He's passively healing a lot. Using the Spirit Link again to protect him from the nuke between dispels. Very nicely done. Gets another kill, level 5. And the game goes to Hitman. GG is called 1-0 for the American. And that is the style that Hitman has mastered so well. It seems like nobody else can do it. Everyone else is just failing with Blade Master, but Hitman has perfected the Blade Master against Cryptlord. And just played it super well. And this wasn't an entirely perfect game. The Shadow Hunter died, which could have been better. But it was okay. I think he traded decently and he didn't give up experience. The big mistake was forgetting about the Peon slide, which cost him hundreds of gold. But he still won. He creeps the map fast, he keeps pressure on the opponent. So importantly, not giving level 3 to the Cryptlord for a very, very long time. That was, once again, very, very well played. And on Terranas it can be difficult as well, because it's hard to get level 2 Blade with decent items and then harass the expansion, cancelling it. He played way more aggressively, super aggro right off the bat. He harassed with 0 experience and got level 2 just from last hit steals, which is so hard to do. I mean, he wasn't playing on very bad ping, he was playing on 90 ping, but even on 90 ping, that's not easy. Must have been a very satisfying game for Hitman. His game plan works out, and he shows the world that he can beat Cryptlord with Blade. So, Mikael now has the map choice, which is going to be Last Refuge or Concealed. I'm not sure which is better for Crypto.expo. I wonder if he's gonna move away now from his Cryptlord. He was able to beat Lin yesterday in WSB, but he lost to Focus with his Cryptlord expansion. I'd say on Concealed he should play Standard. And on Last Refuge, Hitman has sick creep routes on Last Refuge. Like with sniping red camps early and doing all sorts of stuff. Merc camps. So in LR I could definitely see a Cryptlord once again. Let's see what he chooses to do. Last Refuge is indeed our next map. So let's hippity hop, swibbity swap in. Hitman making the boys proud. Can I get some USA in the chat, boys? USA! USA! There we go, there we go. USA, hell yeah. K Kona. We have a ghoul build again by Mikael. So, Cryptlord expansion, it would seem, once again. Nice thing on Last Refuge for Orc with Blade Master is you don't need to shop early. You can tech super fast. You can just go for the circlet here. Move south. If the opponent is creeping this right away, you can harass. If not, you can go for the High Priest. I would assume that's the opening. You know, before this series I would have said, well, this must certainly be the game where it's not going to be 3-0 again, right? But with how good Hitman looks against Cryptlord Expo, it might be a 3-0 again, which would be kind of crazy. Oh! He's actually creeping something at the beginning.
Under attack.
Earlier we saw plenty of peon scouts by Focus. Hitman tries to save those resources, tries to tech as quickly as humanly possible, while still also being able to cover as many options as he can with his opening. So only now he's coming in with a scout. Gloves is an average item. It's kind of cool that the grunt arrives here first, sees nothing's going on, and now he can continue to creep. Oh, he's going for the Knoll instead of the High Priest. That's kind of cool. That means, though, that the Crypto can probably creep this camp completely freely. But the Blade, if he gets another damage item here, he can cancel that Haunted Goldmine very effectively just by himself. Miguel's got the dust, but there's no Blade Master close by. Circlet, very good for him. Gloves, alright. Double gloves. And circlet for the Blade Master. Oh, the healing cancel on the grunt. That's a little annoying. Look at that attack speed. That's wild amounts of attack speed. Is he trying to bait an impale on the grunt? Until the Narrow Pier is up, Blade Master can do this for quite a while. He's thinking about going for the Acolyte. Did Mikhail purposely pop that one out on the other side? That would be pretty sick. Oh, the grunt healing. Oh! This time it doesn't get cancelled. Blade Master should still have the window here to cancel this again. He's got at least 2 Windwalks left. He's got a scroll speed as well. I think if he doesn't commit here, that's a mistake. Bring in the grunt. He should be able to cancel. He lets it finish, really? Seems like a missed opportunity. But it's alright to let the Haunted finish as early as this. More important than the expo timing is the pressure of the Shadowhunter. Shadowhunter second has to come, and the Totem, and the tier 3. And then you want to creep these small camps away from the Crypt Lord, keeping tabs on him, not allowing him any experience. So Mikhail is doing it well. He's taking a few small camps right now before the Shadowhunter is here. He knows when the Shadow arrives. This is going to be very hard to do. Oh my god, that's a lot of ghouls. That is a ton of ghouls. Blade not going to commit the Windwalk for the Nightcrawler here. So the Crippler gets that camp. Only camp now Crippler can go to is this one. All other camps are way too hard to engage.
The player's forces are under attack.
Oh, the Shadowhunter hiding in the shadows. as his name would suggest. Hitman right now wondering if Mikhail is being bold and trying to take the lab. Oh. And Hitman loses track of the Crypt Lord. The first mistake here this game. And that means Mikhail can go to the merchant. There's too many things that Hitman has to check right now. Sees the ghoul. But the Crypt Lord's level 3. And this is something that normally you want to prevent. Hard to do, of course. To always have the movement perfect. But at least it's going to be some kills here for the Shadow Hunter. Should be at least 2 ghouls. One died somewhere else, I think, maybe. Alright, so there's like 4 ghouls, 5 ghouls, something like that. Which is a little bit painful, but it's level 2 beetles now. The Crypt Lord got level 3, got a big healing potion, so pretty good early game for Mikhail. Second crypt. For a second I thought Gargs, but that's nonsense. I guess it's just, you know, for more fiends.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shredder again for Mikhail. This will once again mean that he can use these ghouls very aggressively, very early. We saw that before against the Orc expansion. And Hitman is doing the same. Going for the Shredder as well. Ankh, a very unfortunate item for him. His heroes should not really be threatened for a long time. I guess he should sell that for the tiny.
Town is under siege.
Keeps the Ankh though. Okay. Hopefully this time he brings the peons over faster. Right now would be the time. Oh, there's a sentry here for Hitman as well. Nice placement. And there we go. This time the peon's way faster. Solo experience for the Shadow. He's going to be level 3 here. And then the TC will be joining. How quickly is Mikhail going to be able to come in with a big push? Is the next question we have. Once again, he's not staying on tier 2. He's not going for an earlier push with like upgrades and banshees and stuff. But he wants to go tier 3 fast. Which probably means he's not going to want to push too quickly.
Players' forces are under attack.
On Terra's stand, it's pretty easy to take camps away from the opponent. There's like the 2 corners, top right, bottom left. If you position yourself there and know where your opponent is, you can pretty much contest everything. But here on LR, there's so many camps sprinkled around everywhere, so it's way harder for Hitman to apply pressure and ensure that the opponent isn't creeping much. Earlier we had the Ghoul run-by gang towards the Orc expansion, which created space for Mikhail's creeping. Seems like we're gonna have that again. Big invuln pot. Scourge Bone Shines we saw before for Hitman on map 1. Here now we have it for the Undead, which is not bad for the melee heroes. Not so good for the fiends. And now we have the ghouls hitting the expansion while Hitman is engaged into a fight. This is a cool play by Mikhail. Hitman backs out. The TC seems a tiny bit late.
A player's forces are under attack.
Does not have the resources right now to go for the Orb of Lightning. Blade Master arrives at the expansion. Only 1 peon died, but mining time was denied. And again, attention forced north at the expansion. And that is the time that Mikhail uses to get a big creep camp in and get that much desired level 2 DK. Ooh, CAD Gust Pipe, hallelujah. Last game, what finally broke his neck in the late game fight was not having level 2 coil. So not having level 3 DK. Maybe we should be solo creeping the Death Knight, but then again, Impale is so good. Hard to say no to that one. So we mask for the Shadow. Almost level 4. His level 4 isn't really that impactful. It's the TC now for Hitman who really needs experience.
A player's forces are
Lich,
under attack.
I think you should go for Frost Armor first, honestly. In this late game. I feel like level 1 Nova in that big of a fight doesn't do that much. I think Frost Armor is so important. But anyways, for him it is the Nova. Pendant of Energy. Ooh boy. This Crypt Lord is gonna be a menace. Ancient Django. Well, it's gonna be sold at some point. Blade Master has the orb now. Not the craziest damage on the blade. And now we have quite a big supply lead from Mikhail. He's pushing across the map.
Forces are under attack.
Almost level 3 DK, almost level 5 Crypt Lord. This game is looking much better for Mikhail. TC gets the level 2 somehow. I think with the Beatles. Blade Master goes onto the high ground. One statue goes down, but still a big army remaining for Mika. He's got the level 3 DK, almost level 5 Crypt Lord. This looks like a good fight for the undead. One Walker, a little too far forward, gets taken out right away. There's gonna be some Ancestral Spirit to use as well. Double level up! That's a big one. And now we have plenty more big Impales coming through. Grunt's taken out so quick. And this looks a lot different compared to just a little while ago on map 1. Suddenly Hitman is pretty much losing everything. Wasn't able to get into a really good position there. These Impales. These level 3 Impales absolutely rocking this Orc army. Blade Master is about to die, but he has the Ankh still. Good choice after all for Hitman to keep that item. Gives over the invuln as well. But it's a very different fight. It's not just about the supply, it's mostly about the hero levels. DK was level 3, Crypto was level 5, and importantly the TC was not level 3 in this fight. And that mostly comes down to the map layout, and how you can creep different camps. GG is called. And that's the 1-1, and the first time today, finally, that we do not have a 3-1, a 3-0 I mean. Good game between the two. They're going back and forth. Fun to see. I wonder, couldn't Hitman afford a tower early at the expansion? Buy the tiny, place it, and make a tower instantly against these ghoul run bys? Could be an idea. Tower and burrow would be the best, but that's very expensive then. But only a tower is really cheap. Tower is like what, 110 gold or something. So I feel like that could be affordable. Because if he doesn't have to deal with the ghouls at the expansion with the Blade Master, then he can keep applying pressure. And that is really the most important thing. Not allowing the undead to freely creep up. Our next map will be Amazonia. And that should be very different. Cryptlord expansion shouldn't really be doable here. But who knows? Mikhail sometimes goes for crazy strats. And if you can trick your opponent, if you have a sick build prepared, maybe a bit of a fake out, can be done. Many orcs on AZ would decide to go Farseer. Hitman is not one of them. Unless Hitman is playing against human, he doesn't play Farseer. I don't think I've ever seen him play Farseer against Undead or Night Elf. Or Orc, for that matter. He just loves the Blade Master. Loves him. And understandably so. He's very strong with that hero. His execution, outstanding. Next one in the game. We're at a 1-1 score. Who's going to take match point here? USA or Korea, Korea, Korea? Let's go. Mikhail is starting off again with the ghoul build. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. So expansion on this map should be absolutely impossible, as the rock golem is so hard to creep. Now, I guess I shouldn't say impossible. If you start the camp with 6 beetles, 4 skeletons, and 6 ghouls, you can certainly creep it, but it's very expensive, it takes really long, and you can get punished really hard as well. DK? What? DK ghouls? DK ghouls. So this should mean no expansion. This should mean DK ghouls into frenzy timing. Let's see if Hitman tries to do the lightning shield creep here. Yep. He's gonna try to do it. Advanced technique. Hey, and it works out. Even pulls over the green cap, so very efficient creeping here early on. You want to make sure. Ooh, you don't deny the last hit. Ooh, that was close. That's close again. That's close again. Oh my god. Hitman playing with fire, or should I say with lightning. Gets level 2 right away. Not the best items though. Oh, and then he's gonna snipe the renegade? Oh, interesting. Dude, he hasn't even checked for a cryptlord yet. Oh, Mikhail wants to snipe the renegade as well. Who's gonna get him? Hitman definitely gets the item and the last hit. The grunt probably won't make it out. One more coil and he's dead. From downtown. Hitman using lots of windwalks here, but he won't be able to get that grunt. Slight lead here after this early game for Mikhail as he took out the grunt. But, of course, over time, this Sobi mask will have great value. I think that was a low damage roll there for Hitman. Not able to steal the last hit. Some orcs like going TC second against this ghoul style. I would guess that Hitman is not one of them. Whew. Steal that one. Seems very prudent for Hitman to stay this aggressive. If both players here just go into a creep war, Mikhail could creep very fast. It's always a little dangerous to creep with ghouls, as they could die quickly in a creep jack. But if you're creeping with, say, 6 ghouls and a few skeletons, you can creep crazy fast, especially on AZ, with so much medium armor.
A player's forces are
It is the
under
Shadow
attack.
Hunter. No TC. Mikhail would love to just be left alone and creep these kobolds in the middle. 3 grunts around is ambitious. Not quite gonna work out. Here comes the shadow. Delaying the bestiary by a long time is Hitman.
A player's forces are under
Should be
attack.
coming now. We have the slaughterhouse and the first Windriders. When you're playing purely ghouls, Wyvern... Did I say first Windriders? First Fiends are coming. When you're playing purely ghouls, Wyvern can punish you pretty hard, but add in a few Fiends for a bit of web, and that makes the whole thing much more doable.
A player's forces are under attack.
Level 2 for the Shadow Hunter right away. Blade Master. Oh, that was definitely too early of an attack. Blade Harass could be a little bit better this game. Oof. Lich starting off with a very strong inventory.
A player's forces are under attack.
Hitman is going into the first Wyvern right away, despite seeing Fiends already. It's quite surprising. Oh! Stole 2 last hits right there. Can't quite delay the level 3 DK, but it's making Mikhail's life a little more difficult.
A player's forces are under attack.
No item here anymore to be gained for Hitman, but he knows there's a safe camp to go for. Oh, it's the last hit. And the Agito. Super worth. Very few orcs can harass with a level 2 blade very effectively, but Hitman is one of them. In the meantime, Shadow got level 3, which is exactly what you want. Nowadays, as orc, you don't want to be aggressive on tier 2 anymore. If you're aggressive and you don't absolutely smash the fight, and then you're stuck on level 1 or 2 Shadow Hunter, you have pretty much lost the game. Level 3 Shadow is absolutely essential and mandatory for the late game. And we're approaching that late game.
Forces are under attack.
Third heroes coming in. TC is going to be very helpful against the ghouls, which now have Frenzy. Well, it's just very helpful against everything, not just against the ghouls. Big item for Mikhail. Belt. That is one of the worst. Creep tag opportunity for Hitman. First hit purge on the Fiend. Blade Master taking a good amount of damage. Invul is on the Shadow Hunter. Definitely a mistake by Hitman. Not having the item on the right hero. Oof. 50 HP. Thank you, Ring of Protection. That just saved his behind. Gets the invul now. Could go for a heal pot as well. Just one Fiend going down, not the end of the world. Also quite a bit of mana forced though. DK very low mana now. Shadow is full. The Wyvern. The Wyvern. The Wyvern. Ooh. That's close. DC will be getting level 2 here, which is a big deal. Oh, Wyvern again. If you're slowed, your unit gets aggroed. Important to keep in mind. Time for the red camps. We're creeping up the map. But trading experience like this, I would say, is better for Hitman. He's got the third hero that scales way better with levels. TC is amazing on level 3 and 4. The Dark Ranger is also good, but she doesn't scale to the same extent TC does. However, this is also level 3 for the Lich, which is definitely a level that Mikhail needs. So both get a lot out of this camp. What's the item's gonna be? Ancient Django again for Hitman. A little unfortunate. Of course, as Orc, you can find 2 of the auras that you already have. Claws plus 12, right? Yes. Claws plus 12 for Mikhail and level 3 Lich. That guy is a powerhouse. Hitman keeps stealing the invulns away from over here, but Mikhail has his own on the Lich. And now we're kind of in a weird spot. The map is crept. Sitting at 50 supply already. What to do next?
A player's forces are under attack.
Very underwhelming Blade Master this game. No level 4. Really weak inventory. Sell the Django, bro. Sell the Django. There we go. 1,000 gold for Hitman. It would be really bold to expand now. Blade Master has been standing here, has been seeing this production running for a long time, so Hitman must know. No way, did he still do? He still does it! Still goes for the tiny, despite seeing that Mikhail is in upkeep. Whoa! That seems so greedy. More production for Hitman coming as well. Alright. One fight to decide the game. Whoever wins this will take match point. No walkers yet in the mix. TC's gonna have to break out of silence for the first stomp, but probably doesn't do it though. Waiting patiently for the silence to wear off, and there it is. Kodo got off the Devour heal scroll to heal the ghouls back up, but the ghouls are dying one by one. Shadow in trouble. There's no speed scroll on the hero. Invul transferred. Oh my god. That was so close. Shadowhunter still pretty hurt. Heal scroll used as well, though. Shadow has to run away. Shadow will be dying. Oh, will he though? Will he though? Uses the mana steal, uses the hex, gets to the shop. Damn, what a sick sequence by Hitman. A bit of a blunder having the Shadowhunter out of position like that, but the save after was amazing. And Mikhail committed so much to the Shadow kill, he didn't get him. In the meantime, the rest of his army died by his feet. And that is the 2-1 for Hitman. Always very dangerous to go for hero focus like that. If it doesn't work out, you're gonna be in trouble. Could have also microed that very differently. Could have just silenced the TC, run past him, use Nova, focus fire on the headhunters. With Ghoul Frenzy, they do oftentimes die very quickly. But with the position that the Shadowhunter was in, and with the damage that he'd already taken, also understandable that Mika went for that window when he saw the opening. Now the question is, was it that next level play from Hitman that he intentionally lost HP on the Shadow and put him into a dangerous position, anticipating the overextension? That would be nuts. I don't think players are on that next level of mind games in fights yet, but still, 6 save. Happy has better micro than Mikhail. Yeah, that's true. He's got the best in the world. Next map choice for Mikhail will be Concealed Hill. And now I'm curious what he's going to play. Because it's not really good for Ghoul openings. Ghoul DK, that is. Unless you're left completely alone. It's not extremely good for Crypt Lord either. It's pretty good for DK standard. Against Blade Master standard. But it seems like Mikhail doesn't really want to play that sort of game. Not yet, anyways. I think on Northern Isles especially, Hitman has a really, really strong anti-Crypt Lord creep route. And the way the map is built also favors his playstyle. That's probably part of the reason why it's Hitman's counter pick. But now, this is Mikhail's map choice. So, let's get it on. Ghoul opening again. No Ted Fiends. The Ted Fiend build, which had been the staple for Undead for like 10 years, is falling more and more out of favor. Especially against Night Elf, we hardly see it anymore. Only sort of in Mirror do we still see Ted Fiend build a ton. Maybe that's not exactly fair. Some players still play a lot of Ted Fiends against ORC. But Mikhail seemingly does not. I would expect the Crypt Lord here now to be seen. Indeed, here we have him. And oh, look at this! First time this series, we have Hitman with a Peon Scout. So, it seems like on this map he feels he needs the scouting intel to have a proper build. Which is interesting. He's probably gonna creep this boy first, get the item, and then run south. Hitman sees the ghouls, sees the second ziggurat. Now he wants to know what hero it is.
A player's forces are under attack.
He doesn't even stay to check for the hero. Oh, no, he does. Okay. I mean, it's extremely likely it's Crypt Lord, but still want to make sure. There we go. He saw it now. Claws. Hallelujah. Although Hitman told me that nowadays he actually prefers circlet to claws. So what now? Does he creep like the merchant right away? With the windwalk trick, maybe? Nope. He gets a circlet. And then it's gonna start applying a little bit of pressure.
Forces are under attack.
Peon denied. A lot of damage on this Crypt Lord already. Down to only half HP. Big last hit. Crypt Lord gets it. But he's so low, it's gonna be really hard for him to creep the natural. However, Hitman didn't bring clarities. Oh, is he gonna commit? This is where the game sense kicks in. How hard can you commit? Well, I guess, yeah, you definitely can. Has to get the surround. Mikael has to get the surround to get the counter kill. Oh, but he doesn't get it. Great movement by Hitman. Yeah, I think I think that might be kind of game, dude. Like, you can lose your Crypt Lord if you're fast expanding, but you have to be expanding first before you lose your hero. And now he doesn't have mana back from the tavern. Ooh. Big yikers this game. And the mistake here by Mikael was taking too much damage from this camp. He only took about 150 too much damage. Hitman sees the mistake, sees the punish. And what a punish it was. Got that one as well. God diggity damn Hitman. Oh my god. Does he kill him again? Oh jeez. Yeah. Guns are blocking the other way. Alright. Mercy? No mercy! No prisoners! GG.